Good morning. Happy Wednesday. All right, let's see if you guys come on here. Yes, good morning. Hi, everybody. Hi, Michael. How are you? Okay. Hi, Jackie. So I wrote a note that I was going to start live, but late, but I'm only a couple minutes late. But I have some things going on with my mother-in-law, so I might have to take a call. But I did get to call in and leave a message. You know, sometimes when you call into the doctor's office, they're not really open right at the time they're supposed to be on. How long it would take me to even leave that message. But hopefully, fingers crossed, everything will be taken care of. Anyway, so I think I'm ready to paint. I'm a little distracted, but I should be good. Good morning. Okay, so this morning I'm going to paint this gorgeous photo that Michael Worm, inspired by Charm, sent me. How fun is that? It looks a little complicated for a distracted day for me, but we'll see how I do. Hi, Barb. Hi, Irma. Hi, Shelly. Oh, good. Everybody's coming in. How fun. So, yeah, so if I get a call, I'm going to have to leave and take the call, but I doubt if it'll happen that quickly. Yeah, so what do I need here? I don't know. This is kind of not my normal color palette. I'm putting out a couple more colors here on my palette. I feel like I need a million colors for this, which makes it a little bit tricky. Oh, Tracy, good. I love it. Tracy loves her peppermint ornament. Oh, I have a couple here to show you. I've been working on my Christmas ornaments. For any of you who haven't seen them, here I have a collection of 4 bird ornaments. They're in these cute little frames. And there's 2 of them. So I also have a finch with a scarf, and I have an owl who is a little elf. And then I'm making these are prints that I hand embellish and then sign on the back and date with the year. This is, I think, my 3rd year I've been doing them. The first year I did, I think, bottle brush trees. Last year I did snowmen, and this year I did birds. And then I'm doing these little handmade ones. I didn't tie the ribbon on here yet, but these are so fun. So it's in the same little, I didn't sign the back of that one yet, but let me show you. It's on gold leaf, but this is hot pink. Like, how fun is that? I have some that are on green. Oh, I have some of my little ones that I haven't done yet. Green, and a little Santa hat. Whoops, and a bow. I've got to work on these. All right, let me show you the bow too. Bows are so in right now. So they're all kind of graphic and fun, but they'd all go in these, they go in this cute little frame. So they're available on my website. I don't have a lot of any of them left, but I do have a few. So if it's something you think you might like to have or gift to someone, don't delay, because I've got to get them out in the mail too. I always worry about our mail system too. Things don't get there as fast as they used to. Thank you, Maureen. She said those are gorgeous. Okay, so I have to get on task here. Hi, Carol. So I have to do reds, these cool. So the reds are very strong, and then the white is very cool looking, and then the background's very warm. I love these little balls back here. I love polka dots and balls and all the fun things. Yesterday, this is way off task, but I loved my Lululemon yoga pants, and they just came out with polka dot yoga pants. Like, how could I not? How could I not? Good morning in France. How fun is that? All right, so let me put you over here to mix colors. So, of course, I had to get online and order them right away because I am meant to have polka dot yoga pants. All right, so I need a darker red. Need a whole lot of each color. I just need lots of different colors. All right, that's a nice deep red. And I put out like a true red. This is actually a cadmium red light. It's a color I don't use very often, but it's a very Christmassy red, so it's been on my palette for the last couple of weeks. Helen says polka dot and you, perfect. I don't know what it is about polka dots that makes me so happy. Always wanting to make, whoops, I got that all dirty over there. True polka dot art. Oh, maybe I need my pink. I'm going to put a little bit of this pink out here. This is my rosebud. Look how many colors I put out today. I'm a little ambitious for a crazy morning. So I went kind of a... That lightens a color. More white makes it a little more chalky, but using this rosebud just really lightens it nicely. Let me see. Yeah, I think that would work for my lighter side of the red. There is just the tiniest bit, something that's so fun in this painting are the reflections on the ball. Like there's a reflections on there that are like if I take my permanent rose, put more of that rosebud in there, that are truly like a pop of like hot pink. Maybe a little hotter pink. I don't know, somehow that got grayed out a little bit. Well, we'll see. That's good. That's good. Let's not overthink it. Overthinking it's never a good idea. Ever. All right, reds. Let's do the greens next. I think I'll do the whites. I usually do my whites last. So I need really dark greens, almost black. And then I'm going to lighten my green. I put this cinnabar green. It's a Vasari color that I love. Love pink and green. Put a little yellow in there. Make it even brighter. Good morning, Emily. How's Parker this morning? Parker had shots yesterday. Did he sleep okay? Parker's my grandson. My grandson. That's so fun to say. All right, let's go. I didn't even put any white out here. Where's my white out? Where is my white? Here it is. Here it is. Is this glass palette, does it have a white base? No, this is actually a piece of like marble or countertop. A friend of mine is a interior designer. Oh, she said Parker didn't sleep well. She's an interior designer, and it's like a sample that she got for me. I got it because when I have an online course and when I was teaching, I would get reflections in glass. So I needed something that I could use as a palette that wouldn't be reflective. So, and I love this little piece. So yeah, no, it's not white in the back. It's really heavy. It's like a piece of marble. Sometimes I wish it was like twice this size, but, oh, do I need more pink? No, I think I'm okay with that. Greens. Now I need some like beigey-ish kind of yellowish sort of colors. A lot of fun things in the background. It's nice soft focus background. I need to take a photography class. I have taken many photography. Even in college, I found my whole portfolio from college. And I need silvery gray for the topper. I found it not too long ago and went through and got rid of most of the images. But it's like I need, well, even more than photography, I think I need to take a class on lighting. I have such a hard time. Yesterday, you will laugh at me. Yesterday, I was adding these did these little bird paintings throughout the year. I wanted to do a whole bunch of them for Christmas, but I only ended up with 5. It's 4 birds and a little candy cane. They're only 4 by 4. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I miss something? Good morning. What medium do you use, Gamsol? Oh, I've been using liquid. Just a tiny little bit of liquid in my first layer. That's it. Oh, whoops, I lost my paper towel. Anyway, apropos of me, yesterday I was trying to photograph these little things, and it was awful outside. It was cold and windy and terrible, and I couldn't figure out my lighting. I was in my dining room. I actually took lights from down here up into my dining room. I was doing my photo shoot, and everything had reflection in it. I just could not get rid of the reflections. It was driving me crazy. So I did what any normal person would do, and I went on my front porch, which is my favorite place to photograph. And I was in my pajamas. It was snowing outside, and I was outside photographing things. I'm sure my neighbors no longer think I'm crazy. They just know I am. Good morning. But you do what you gotta do. I wonder if I want this just a little warm. I didn't even use any of my Indian yellow. I'm just warming up that white a little bit. So I have a little bit. So see how cool that is next to this. That's nice. Dealing with glare, especially on dark colors. Yes, it's such a challenge. Like I would love a little lesson on how you do that. I even have photographer friends, but it's like nobody that I know really photographs artwork. They photograph people or things that are a lot easier than photographing artwork. And I don't want to set the whole thing up. Like I know when people photograph big paintings, they set up and light it from each side on a big wall. I don't even have space to do that. So it all happens on my front porch. But, and then, in the wintertime, the light's blue. It's not a warm light. So then I have to adjust everything in Photoshop. Anyway, the life of an artist, right? We always have our challenges. So I keep my liquid in this cute little jar. Just a little bit in there. I hardly use any. I try to keep my painting as healthy as I can. I've been loving my background with this phthalo blue and brown, and then kind of wiping it off. We'll see how this goes. I don't know if I want to do it where the ornament is, but I've been putting a heart behind all my paintings. So let's just do it. We'll see what happens. I always start with a heart. I feel like it gives it good energy. It's a little silly, but and this is the only time I use my medium. Then I use just that straight paint that I just mixed. It's all I use. Do a little more of the blue. Hi, Wendy. And the other challenge of doing something like an ornament is that it's round. Like when you have shapes, sometimes it's tricky to get them to look right. But I'm up for the challenge, I think. Oh, that's a hard idea. Oh, thanks, Rosemary. Doesn't think it's silly at all. Yeah, I've been doing that at the beginning. If you see my little paintings that I have on Instagram, they all have a little heart, at least lately. Need a little love. We'll see how this goes. And I love these. What is that? Bokeh? Bokeh? I don't even know if I'm saying that right. But this is so fun, that little. I love that thing with all the little balls on it. Certainly wish I'd saved all my grandmother's Christmas ornaments. She had those bubble ones. I can remember laying underneath her Christmas tree and playing with her creche, like her manger. The phthalo and brown are beautiful. Yeah, they do look wintry. Maybe that's why I like them so much, Jackie. And I've done a couple little ones on Arches oil paper, and when you rub it, that edge gets like really dark and pretty. Oh, I need my pigment sticks. Almost forgot. Intentionally added energy. Yes, that's it, Ellen. That's what my little word is. And the other tricky thing about this will be that when you mix like the red and the white, it can get a little wonky because when they mix together, they're going to end up pink, and it'll be hard to keep those colors separate, but we'll see what happens. What brown am I using? When you paint on arches, do you use gesso? Yes, Jackie, I usually gesso like a lot. I gesso 3 or 4 times beforehand. I thought I had one. Yeah, I have one laying here, but it's not a finished painting, but there's like 3 coats of gesso on there. Oh wait, there was another question that I misplaced. I don't know, it'll come back to me. Unless you ask, oh, this is called an RNF pigment stick. I love these things. They're so much fun. They're just kind of, I don't know what they are. They're oil painted stick form is what they are. These. There's a lot of this fun green back here. You see that green reflecting into the ornament. Jennifer says, I love applying gesso. It's so zen. I agree. I love doing this, like mowing the yard. You have time to think. I love doing that. I'm always up for a good gesso session anytime. Glad I'm not the only one. Just put a little bit of this in here and there. That's fun. All right, I'm happy with that. It's my messy start. I say sometimes I feel like the messier the beginning, the more I like the painting in the end. Because I like them to be spontaneous. That's probably why. I'll put it on top of I need a sip of my coffee. Where's everybody watching from this morning? I usually start with my darkest colors. Let me see, I have a lot of like little bits of dark green. I love that iridescent gold. I've been just so into the iridescence, and I don't know why. Maybe because it is the holidays. I love them usually anyway, but more so right now. Maybe because I've been using the gold foil. I think I'm going to I have a fun idea for my inspiring art group that I'm going to do for our next session if I can pull it all together in time. Old Church, Virginia. Shelley loves to paint. Couch in bathroom with iced coffee. Warmest room in the house with a great view of the bed. It sure is beautiful. I've been on that couch, Jackie. In the bathroom. Her bathroom is like gorgeous. It's a place to hang out. Hang out and visit with friends. It would be a fun place. You probably do that like if you're getting ready for something fancy. Does everybody hang out in the bathroom and get ready together for a wedding, which you have coming up? That sounds so much fun. It's a girl thing, right? Michael, you've got to see her house. Yes, she has a couch and her beautiful couch, a beautiful view. And it's your bathroom and your dressing room all at the same time, right? All right, let me get some of my dark reds in here. Wizard Lake, Alberta. Wizard Lake, that's such a fun name. Now, I can't see my grid lines anymore. It's funny how much I rely on them. Oh, I love how that mixed kind of into a purple there. That's very cool. Now this goes and only turns at the very, very end. Can always adjust, right? It's no commitment. And then this goes brighter back here. Belgium. And this one, kind of right. See how it goes. Michael says, I love it. We're talking about Jackie's lovely bathroom. He says, I barely could fit an upholstered stool in mine. Same with me, Michael. Same with me. Good morning, Dawn. Oh, I have a little bit of fun blue back there. Look at that pop of blue. Put a little something, something back there just to suggest that because it's so pretty. So pretty. There's a little bit over here too, that turquoise color. And this is more warm. And something up here that was hanging, I think. Not sure. Now what do I want to do? I'm a little intimidated by this. It's all right. The background needs to be kind of obscure anyway. Melissa from Huntington, Texas, near Nacogdoches, home of Stephen F. Austin University, home of the Lumberjacks. So how cool, Melissa. I probably said that wrong. The Lumberjacks. What is that? What's the Lumberjacks? Is it, it's by football or something. Football? I don't really ever watch football. Let me work on a little bit of the darker side of where my whites are just to see if I've got my Christmas ornament. See how that bled in there? That's okay. We're just going to go with it. And let it happen. Because that's the spontaneity I like. It's just hard to embrace it sometimes. Where's my little cleaner offer tool? I have my whole studios in disarray right now. I'm gonna take some of that off. Isn't that fun? Marina, I think she's taped ampersand flat. Oh yes, thank you, Ellen. Thank you. Yep, this is an ampersand panel. Yeah, I just taped it to the... I always run out of my dimensional ones. Athletic teams, football, basketball, they're Lady Jacks too. I've watched you paint for a while and enjoy your style so much. Thank you. Lady Jacks. There, that's what I wanted. It is pretty much just gray. It looks white because we know it's white, but it's really gray. Actually, it looks almost purple, doesn't it? All right, well, we'll decide that later. And it looks more yellow, very yellow and green up here. In a painting like this, like if you feel intimidated about doing it, like it would be smart even to like paint that. Just blow right into it and paint the piece of it that you feel kind of intimidated by. I find that then I have the confidence to do it. Like with a lot of things, like I've got to try it once and then it's like, oh, okay, I see what I'm seeing. Like sometimes I don't see what I'm seeing. I don't know if that made any sense. Seeing the obvious, which is never really very obvious. What's so pretty about this are all the reflections. Like, look at all that red reflecting from whatever's above there. As my friend was just writing to me, we're tearing out our kitchen ceiling today. Okay, I'll need a sip of my coffee to look at it and think for a minute. I'll do that side later. I'm not sure if I feel like I need a smaller paintbrush, but I'm not going to let myself switch yet. I will eventually when I have to get more detailed areas, but for now, I'm going to stick with this. Maybe Santa will bring me some new paintbrushes this year. I need to make my list for Santa. It's partly me painting the ornament and then also the background, touching it like to get it all to work together. So no guarantees on me figuring that out this morning, but we'll see. What I do last time I did that Santa mug, my goodness, that was hard. But then I did a smaller one and I loved how it turned out, but that's because I practiced on the on the smaller one. It's good to do studies, like to practice doing a painting. Not because you necessarily need to do a study, but it gives you confidence then. At least it does for me. Confidence is the biggest thing that you need in painting, and I always say the thing that I learned the most from painting is patience. I don't have a lot of, but I'm acquiring more all the time. My gosh, this has a lot of colors in it. Pretty fun. Okay. Let me work on my background again a little bit. It's kind of gray in here. So I'm partly leaving the kind of all the stuff going on in the background, but I'm also letting it be, my little bits of color that I added back there, letting that spontaneousness stay so that it kind of looks like a tree. Sort of, kind of. Did everybody get their Christmas trees? We didn't even start thinking about that yet because we're still tearing apart our kitchen. Okay, I might need a little more white. Or a smaller paintbrush soon. I think I need to go smaller. I do. I think I probably do. The bigger paintbrush keeps me looser. More loose. Looser? Is looser a word? I don't know if it is. More loose. It's kind of... Like I always say, it doesn't have to look exactly like the reference either because nobody's ever going to see a reference image. All right, I'm going to get a little bit smaller. I did clean brushes, but I don't know that I brought them back in my studio. I certainly have plenty of brushes. I should have something here. I'll try this. Ellen says, my son was in town for Thanksgiving and helped me decorate. So fun. We haven't done that in decades. Oh, that's wonderful, Ellen. Is that your son who's a chef? That's really fun to do that together. I don't really like to decorate that much, but I think it's more because I don't like to put it all away again. And everything that we get out, I think, we're going to have to put this away. It all could just magically go away. I think I'd love doing it. I used to love doing it, but I think, like when I was young, my stepmother would probably put everything away. I didn't have to, so. And she loved that I decorated. Chef Buff, very creative guy. That's great. I get to do that every year with an egg. Yes, you do, Barb. Yes, you do. Michael is the expert. Oh, I had a little pink in it, but I don't hate it. So I'm going to keep that there. So, like, I want to do enough to have the feel, but I don't want to overdo it. Allie said, I spent the past weekend at the Connecticut River Valley Inn decorating. It was like our own Hallmark movie. Oh my gosh, Allie, that's so cool. What a neat opportunity. And how lucky are they to have you doing that? That's so neat. Did your husband go with you and help? All right, I need another sip of my water here. When is it? 8:37. I'm okay on time. This hook is coming all the way down from there. Anita said, is that where your art is hanging, Allie? It looks so cool. Do you have a picture of it? Can you add it in our group? Not the picture, I guess a link maybe. I don't think you can add a picture. Photograph. I always think it's funny when people call paintings pictures. I don't know if that's an old-fashioned term. I don't know. But do you ever have that, like someone will say, oh, that's a pretty picture. It's like, that's not a picture. Me and a few girlfriends, we cut greenery around the property, made arrangements, and then decorated each room with Pat's gorgeous decorations. Oh my gosh, that's so much fun. Do they have workshops there in the winter? Or does she do other things like over the winter season? I'm having a workshop there at the Connecticut River Valley Inn in, when am I doing that? In the end of August. So if anybody wants to go there, Allie's beautiful decorations won't be up anymore, but maybe she'll have you do something seasonal for her like that. It's such a good idea. Now I could pretty soon start working on some of the fun little pops of color. Not sure. Ready for that yet or not? No retreats at the time, just decorations everywhere. Oh, isn't that cool? Yeah, I bet she goes overboard with that. It is a pretty place. Allie, are you going to do a workshop there again this next year? Is my background too funky? I need to add. I'm afraid I'm going to get my whites a little too dirty, but I can always get more white paint, right? I want it to give it a little bit of that kind of magical Christmassy bits of color happening. Oh, there's more. Look at that white up here. We kept joking that it was like our own Hallmark movie. I'm waiting for a dreamy guy to meet one of my friends. Yes, that's how those Hallmark movies always work. Michael said that pink you added there gave depth. Here or here. Yeah, those Hallmark movies. I hardly ever watch anything like that, but there was one on the other day, and I actually watched the whole thing. Is it too sloppy looking? I don't know. I think I need to go back into my ornament a little bit more. I do feel like it, looks reflective up there a little bit. Do you see that with all those crazy colors I have going on? I mean, it is so not perfect, but it has that reflective feel to it. This actually goes all the way up here. And then there's more of this. During the retreat also. Oh, you'll also be there in August. Oh, that's fun. I think that would be a nice time to be there. Now, I don't know that I have quite enough depth feel, so let me get this a little lighter over here, because that's where the light's hitting it. Oh. Up. Still looks a little flat. 8:44. I still have a little bit of time, so let me work on the flatness. So I have to bring more of my lighter lights over onto the left side, because it's always more about value than anything else. And keep it dark over here. Oh, I have on my brush. It's a little thick. That helped a little bit. Our friends, Irma says, hi there, friends. I'm turned in, but getting ready for our trip on the way to Portugal and Germany. Yay. Oh, how fun. Color gets the credit while value does all the work. That's right, Susie. That's such a fun trip to do. I have an opportunity maybe to teach another workshop, and I would have to think about where I'd want to go. And that would be a fun thing to think about, wouldn't it? Okay, let me do... Does it still look flat? Maybe a little bit, but... And this looks... Oh, okay, let's do this. I'm going to do the fun stuff and see how we go here. I'm going to just work on... That's what's so sexy about this photo, is all these reflections that are happening. Whoops, I mean to go dark there. It's so much fun. So that's where, like, the magic is in all those little bits. So why not just add them? And all these little, like, glitter, I think that is on the edges of the, right in between the colors, that kind of combines them a little bit. This is like pure white here. And here. Yellow, or like the palest pink up here. I say I get tired painting because it's just one decision after the next. I'll have to take some photos of my vintage glass ornaments in that spot. Yes, that it's a beautiful spot. Like so pretty. I always say, like, if I ever did move to a new house, I'd want to sit in the rooms and see how the light shifts. Like, I'd want to stay there for hours just to watch, you know, how the light comes and goes in a room. Like, that's more important to me than anything else. a little harsh. I need to soften that just a little. Okay, what's it need? What does it need? It needs a couple of these little, like, just little bits of color everywhere. And it says it glows. Thank you. That's the goal. I love it. And you saw that, like, capturing a glow has nothing really to do with anything other than painting what you see, not what you think you see. Like just looking for the little bits and not worrying about it looking like an ornament or whatever. It is. Especially with glass. Oh, thank you. Michael said watching her paint's like watching magic happen. Thank you. I don't know about that, but it sure is fun. I always say we know how to have a good time. That needed that. Now, what's? Okay, I think I just need another stroke and I think I'm done. I think I need this. Is that enough? Maybe a little. Yep, that was definitely missing. I need a little more blue. A little more blue right in here. Oops, I don't know that the blue stuck to my paintbrush very well. And I say blue, it doesn't look very blue, but it is. It's more blue than the rest of my whites. What about down here? Is this a little... You know, sometimes you gotta stop fussing, but now I lost a couple of my little reflective bits down here. Okay, that's it. I'm fussing with it, and it's not getting better. It's just changing. I always say that means it's time to put down my paintbrush and sign it. Okay. One more stroke turns into 20 more. Yeah, it always does, and it's usually never a good, almost. Like, look at that beautiful photo. Thank you, Michael. And then there's my painting with all those fun little just flecks of color. So, thanks for coming and hanging out with me today. I think we still have next Wednesday. We might have 2 more before Christmas. Thank goodness. Oh my gosh, it's coming quick this year because I guess there's less time between Thanksgiving and Christmas and between baby showers and babies and all the things. I'm not having time to keep up. But anyway, thanks for coming. I hope you guys have an amazing day. And I'll save this. I'll put this up on my website. And also, if you would like to be on my newsletter list, just let me know. And I have my ornaments. I have my holiday shop open. There's not a lot in there, but a few fun things to be had for the holidays. So thanks for coming, guys. Have a great day. Bye.